Hi, today I'm going to show you some different cutting activities that you can do with a simple pair of scissors and some washable markers and a little construction paper at home. If you don't have construction paper, that's okay. Just pick another type of paper that has a little bit of weight to it so it won't just fall over, right? This has a little bit of give, but not too much. So your child will still be able to hold it pretty well. I have some examples of various types of cutting in front of me here. The easiest thing to do is simply to cut little pieces of paper from little small strips of paper. So you as a parent have to somewhat, hi Zora, prepare this kind of thing for your child probably. And you want to always make sure that when you show scissor cutting, you show the proper grip, right? Very, very easy to turn these around, stick different fingers in, start cutting the wrong way. So watch your child and make sure that they're always cutting safely, okay? This is very important skill. Now, I'll show you using this little strip how I will cut these little pieces out. This is, again, the very first step and the easiest thing to do. So there. Now I have some more pieces of paper to add to that pile. Now from this paper, I could make a nice little collage, for example. You can extend that work by just having longer strips, which just creates more repetitions. Of course, having different colors will excite the potential collage making for later, right? Make it very, very fun. Now, what you see here are some different patterns, right? These are a little bit more advanced. You can make them for your child, or you can have your child make his or her own. This one is something like when we make snowflakes, right? Or hearts for Valentine's Day that we would do in our classroom. It requires having a piece of paper and folding it so that you have the crease side, right? And then you can either draw a design here or just cut one out that you want. I'll draw one for today so you can see that process. I've already made a heart, so I'm going to do something, just whatever I want from my head right now. We're going to see what happens with this little, maybe sort of starburst pattern. Okay. I always enjoy seeing the shape of what I cut out too. I quite like this actually. This I could use as a little stencil, a little tracing stencil to make other artwork later. And then here is my little shape that I have cut out from it. I could use that in collaging as well, whatever I decided. This one is just a spiral. I don't fold the paper for that. And I like to start on the inside and work my way to the outside as I'm making my spiral. Make it fairly broad to begin with. You can see we want a lot of space in between the lines. The closer the lines, the harder it's going to be to cut appropriately. So as you get good at it, you can make your lines thinner again. I'll cut this one out. There we go. You can see that spiral hanging down a little bit. I can stretch it out. See, look at that. I just love these. This is real fun to do if you do a lot of them that are really long. They can hang down and you could make a little hanging piece of artwork from them in different colors, just as an idea. I even love to do some watercolors and then cut out spiral watercolors and make a little watercolor hanging mobile. So here's my other spiral. Okay. Now this paper is just showing you a bunch of different designs. This is just something that I started to draw, different types of lines, wavy, large points, big points, small points, long strips, right? You can start with cutting those. Now, this is just about your imagination. You can draw them for your child or your child can draw them as well. And it's really just what your imagination has. I love doing things like waves. It's also nice to do dashed lines, right? And then you just still cut straight across, so you are connecting the line in your brain as you go. I also love to do diagonals. So this one usually I will make a line, like a regular line, and then in that I will put diagonal lines. You can see there. And then when you cut this out, then you would cut across all the diagonal lines. So I really hope that this gives you quite a lot of potential for making your own cutting activities at home. You probably can also find some templates to cut just online if you search Montessori cutting practical life or cutting activities, something like that. Have a good time with it. Bye.